Hey, this is Sayan and Pinaki. Welcome to our channel Toto Company Ghorafera Jana. Hooghly district enriched with its treasure and culture which carries out more than 1000 years. Come on, let's go with us to the historic journey of ancient Hooghly. Part 1. Requesting you please watch the entire video without skipping. Satgaon, known as SAPTAGRAM, meaning 7 villages, in ancient times was an important port town in medieval Bengal. It was a seat of Hindu, Buddhist and Jain cultures in the pre-Muslim period. It was situated on the southwestern bank of the now silted up Saraswati river near its junction with the Hooghly river. The word SAPTAGRAM means 7 villages. These are identified as Bansberia, Pishtopur, Basudevpur, Nityanandapur, Shivpur, Shambochora and Bolodghati. SAPTAGRAM has a mythological story attached to the name. King Priyabanto of Kanauj had 7 sons: Ognitra, Medhatithi, Bapushman, Jyotishman, Dutishman, Saban and Bhavya. They were not happy with their royal life and so they set out in search of a place where they could carry out their meditation. When they came to the confluence of the Ganges, Jamuna and Saraswati, they liked the place and settled down in 7 villages to a hermit's life. Thus grew SAPTAGRAM around the 7 villages. SAPTAGRAM possibly started gaining in importance as a port from the 9th to 10th century. SAPTAGRAM port, along with its business center, had become important in the pre-Muslim era during the rule of the Palas and Senas. In the Muslim era, SAPTAGRAM was an important administrative center right from the beginning, and the period 14th to 16th century was considered the golden age of SAPTAGRAM. In 1565, Maharaja Rudranarayan of Bhurshut conquered it from Pathans. In 1592 AD, SAPTAGRAM was captured and looted by the Pathans. In the 17th century, Hooghly Bandel Chinchura started gaining in importance. From the 18th century, Kolkata started emerging as the main business and cultural center of Bengal. The river port SAPTAGRAM dominated Eastern Indian trade and commerce until the end of the 16th century. European ships brought goods from Italy and Portugal, and Bengal's famous silks were shipped out from SAPTAGRAM. Ibn Battuta, who is said to have visited the port in 1345 during the rule of Nawab Fakhruddin, has reportedly mentioned the port as one where slave trade was a regular occurrence as well, along with the trading of sugar, cotton, silk and cows. With the emergence of Hooghly and Calcutta in the 17th century, SAPTAGRAM gradually dissolved into oblivion, alive only in Bengali nobles and folklore and family stories. Hooghly district had been colonized by different civilizations from the prehistoric times. However, the history of the region was recorded from the time it existed to be the kingdom of the Shumas, a variant tribe who were the juxtaposition of the Angas, Bhangas and Pundras. In Mahabharata, mention of these tribes has been made. The reference of the Shumas in Mahavashya of the 2nd century BC clearly designates the existence of the region in the 2nd century BC. In the 3rd century BC, when Ashoka of the Maurya dynasty rose into power and augmented his expedition, the major part of the region came under his sway, leaving almost none in the control of the Shumas. The jurisdiction of Ashoka includes the whole area of Bengal, along the Gangetic plains, which even extends up to Tamralipto. However, the region with the rest of Bengal was conquered by the successful campaign of Samudragupta and was attached in the territory of the Gupta Empire in the 4th century BC. Being a part of the magnificent Guptas for several centuries, the region suffers a setback and immense loss when Shashanko, the vigorous king of Gaur, expedite against the former princes and conquered Bengal, covering the region of present Hooghly. But Shashanko could maintain his kingdom, not for long, and in the second half of the same century, Shiladitya Harshavardhan became the dominator of whole area of Bengal. But the northern and eastern part of the present Hooghly was under the control of Sena kings, powerful in Bengal at that time. The region was under the influence of the indigenous rulers till the 13th century, when the Muslim invaded Bengal and established their supremacy, suppressing the native rulers. The Muslim supremacy was followed by the gradual uprising of the colonial forces in all over India, including the vast tract of Bengal. The Portuguese, Dutch, and French, Danish, and the English established kutis in the district to serve the purpose of the business. It was the Portuguese who built up the first port at the bank of the river Bhagirathi Hooghly at the middle of the 16th century, which is known as Bandel. The district progressively transmuted as the window for the foreign settlers. The trading race found the place profitable for carrying out their business all over the country. Hence settled here with the latent desire to capture the political power. Hogla is shrub-like plant that grows in swampy or low-lying areas. The Hogla forest was located in this Ganges basin, the low-lying marshes around 1000 years ago. The name of Hooghly is said to have originated from Hogla. Similar to the Hooghly, this region of the lower Ganges marshes had forests of cane called chichira, from which the name Chuchura or Chinchura originated. Around the middle of the 16th century, the Portuguese began using Bandel as a port. During or around 1571, they were given permission by Akbar, the Mughal emperor, to build a town in Hooghly. As they began settling around the area, they baptized the natives. By 1598, Catholics in Hooghly numbered around 5,000, including natives and mixed races. Bandel became a major center of operation for the Portuguese, who monopolized the trade in salt and tobacco. They also traded in textiles, spices, rice, timber, and gunpowder. If you like our video, then please share and subscribe our channel and press the bell icon. Very soon we will come with vlog in English and Bengali as well. Thank you and keep well.